What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's edition of Dream Firm Spotlight. My name is Tyler S. Clark, co-founder of Dream Firms, where we create generational wealth and impact for accounting professionals by systemizing how they attract, win, and retain the business of their dream clients. And to help you do just that, I'm going to discuss an incredibly important topic with you today. It is one of the most prevalent problems and words that I hear come up again and again and again and again, and it prevents you from creating your dream firm more than just about anything else. And so what I'm going to share with you are the 5 ways for how to stop getting overwhelmed this tax season. And here on out, I'm going to refer to it as the O word because I consider it to be as bad as a curse word. Yes, I do. I consider the O word to be so dangerous to you, your mental health, and creating your dream firm. And just as a quick heads up, I looked up the definition for what it means to be overwhelmed, and bury or drown beneath a huge mass of something, especially water. Now, as I say that out loud, I feel like my chest is already starting to constrict a little bit. And so what the first thing here is one of my favorite lessons that we teach over and over again is you don't truly understand the power your words have over yourself. Do not speak bad spells on yourself. I say it again and again and again. Like, people don't think magic is real, but magic does 100% exist, because what you think, you can create. And if you simply think, I am O word over and over and over, well, congratulations, you've created magic, but it is dark magic that you have cast upon yourself. So please step into the light, understand that it's a very real emotion. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but go one step further. And this, to me, is the difference between the people who kind of stay where they are and those who ultimately progress significantly faster. They may say, I am O word. They may say that, but then they go, and here's what I'm going to do to change it. Here's how I'm going to make this bite-sized. So the first part of this is, please stop saying the O word. And if you do, go one step further to understand why you feel that way and what's going to be different to ultimately reduce that feeling that you are experiencing. Second thing here is, one of the things that I believe contributes the most to the O word is the idea that you are on call 24/7, is the idea that your email inbox must be open all day long. I believe your email inbox is one of the biggest sources of why you feel the way you do when it comes to the O word. You leave it open and then something comes in and interrupts your train of thought. It takes you out of the thing you were making progress on, that had you just pushed it over the finish line, that's one less thing that's weighing on top of you right now. But, oh, I just got an email. Oop, I have 40, 50. I've seen email inboxes with thousands of unread emails. And so there's one principle, you can look it up online. I'm not going to cover it in detail today, but there's a principle known as inbox zero. It was taught to me by my coach. I love to teach it to our clients. Inbox zero is the principle that once you get to 0 unread messages, you will exit your inbox and you will not come back into it again. And so if you're feeling the O word, you're feeling it, do me a favor, get to 0, close it. Tell me if that doesn't make a difference in how you focus and how you push things completely off your plate and ultimately reduce the number of things that you feel are resting on your shoulders, because you're able to stay focused for longer on higher priority tasks. Third item, you've probably heard the expression, right tool for the right job. And this is very true. But one of the things that is not mentioned enough is that you can have the right tool, but you don't have the right process or the right discipline to enforce its usage. So I have people who will sign up for all sorts of wonderful tools, right? They get them and they buy them and they don't set them up. And then they go and buy another one and they don't set that up, or they partially set it up and they go get another one. And now what's happening, right? Like the definition of the O word, it's stacking on top. It's like, oh, I should use this one. Oh, I got to use this one. And I got to set this one up still. And it's like, but the clients aren't using this one the right way. And it's like, because we did not have the discipline to set the tool up, the one tool we need that will reduce our O word, right? No, just reduce it by staying extremely hyper-focused on what is the tool that I need that will help move this forward, whatever the problem is, and I need to cut all the other ones out, like literally cancel the software tools you're not using. And I promise you the O word will start to flow away very, very quickly. And of course, enforce the use of the tools that you know will be beneficial. Which brings me to point number 4 on how to stop this, how to stop the onus is don't give your clients your cell phone number. I have to just make sure that this is like emphasized. Your time away from your office, away from your clients, like you must set up the parameters that prevent it from ever happening. If they have access to it, they will use it. And this is, I usually keep this on my desk all the time. I reference it basically every single day, but there's only one thing that I need to always have everyone remember. If you do not define this line, everything becomes acceptable. It's acceptable to take phone calls during dinner time with your family. It's acceptable to respond to text messages on the weekend when you're supposed to be out with your children. Do not allow it to be acceptable by simply either changing your phone number. I'm not joking. That's the fastest way to remove this problem. Or simply use a templated messaging script. This is an unsecure messaging platform. You must go through, insert the secure messaging platform that you do use to communicate with your clients. Again, reinforcing the use of the tool as illustrated in point 3. And that will reduce the O word tremendously, okay? And the 5th and final point is that I find that the onus will happen when you feel you are alone. When you think you have to go through this process and figure it all out by yourself. And so this is, have a support group. Because what I find is the reason, one of the chief reasons that people feel so frustrated with the lack of progress, which is to me the real root cause of the O word, is like, I'm not making progress as much as I like. Well, it has a lot to do with because you think you either think you have to do it all on your own, you might think you know it all, but having that support group of people who are in a similar position and go, hey, this is how I solved this. Hey, this is how I went about this. Or all of a sudden you go, oh, I didn't think about it like that. Or you know, actually, maybe it isn't as bad as I realized. And there is all of these really wonderful things that I kind of lost sight of along the way here. And I really lost sight of the end destination of why I'm all doing this in the first place. And so having this like-minded group of peers that are all on the same journey as you can be an unbelievable resource to helping you to eliminate the O word completely. So again, I hope these 5 tips have helped you. And for those of you who may have joined just a little bit late here, I'll run through them very quickly. Number 1 is simply stop saying you are overwhelmed. Okay. Literally treat it as a curse word, right? Like if you were not to say like, hey, F you, right? Like treat it like that. Like that's how I want you to say it. Like there's a Tim Ferriss one. He used to say the word pretty all the time. And he started saying the F word before he said it. And he had such an aversion to the F word that he totally stopped saying the word pretty because it was just like, he thought it was like a really cheap way of using an adjective. Maybe place the F word before you say, oh, maybe it's too vulgar. Point is like, find a little hack to just be like, I will not say this anymore. And if you do say it, take it one step further. Why am I feeling this way? Address it. Second point, inbox 0. If you get to 0, unread emails, exit your email, never go back into it. 3, right tool, but make sure if you have the right tool, cut out all the other tools that are just not properly implemented, eating up your bandwidth, making you feel like you're not a productive person or whatever. Just get rid of them and enforce the use of those tools. Number 4, never give out your cell phone number. If you have, change your number or use templated scripts so that they can't feel like they're going to access your expertise. And number 5 is have that support group. Have that like-minded group of peers that you can lean on, that can help show you a way through this and help you to just reflect on things that may not be obvious to you in your current situation, and ultimately get you to change your mindset by having that group that supports you. And look, if you want to join a group of the most highly productive group of entrepreneurial accountants in the world, we'd love to have you with us as a part of the Create Your Dream Firm program. You can learn more about that on the dreamfirms.com website. And I want to just say, go crush it this tax season. Don't let the O word control you any more than it already has. Only that is in your control. And I hope these 5 tips allow you to do just that. Remember, only you can create your dream firm, but we're here to help you every single step of the way. Have a fantastic rest of your work week and stay underwhelmed. I don't think that makes sense. Nobody wants to be underwhelmed, but definitely don't be the O word. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you later.